So again, the industry has gone through a really tumultuous 10-year period of time. We've had a lot of volatility, we've had huge demand from China, and we've had a lot of sort of questions about resource nationalism. And in my sense is that some of the global volatility associated with the financial crisis of 2009 and easy money from that's probably starting to settle down. So the next 10 years won't be as volatile, hopefully, as it was the past 10 years. And also I think that the big sort of demand shock from China taking off, that's probably also plateaued a bit, and you're not going to see a repeat of that. But at the same time, what's beginning to happen is that people are spending less money investing in new mines. And so you're getting tightening supply and demand. And now we have a new surprise coming in the market, which is the whole world is moving to e-cars and moving to wind power and solar power, which is going to actually demand quite a bit of new metal that wouldn't have been expected over the past couple of years. There'll be some winners and losers. Coal will probably be a loser. Petroleum will probably be a loser. But like cobalt, lithium, graphite, copper, they're going to be winners in that new economy. We think it's going to happen quickly, but we don't appreciate how fast that can all happen. It's just that the economies are moving quite quickly, and it's going to be up to everyone to, basically be adaptive, and I think to some extent make investments. I think from a perspective of South Africa, certainly from my own perspective, I've been here for been coming here nearly 15 years. From my own perspective, I've had very positive experiences investing in South Africa. And as chief executive of Vedanta, we had the only new project being built at Hamsburg, and it's just coming in online here over the next quarter or two. So I think Vedanta is very much committed to South Africa. And today, I have to say that the mood was pretty good. The mood here at Indaba, it's a bit more upbeat. The markets are a bit stronger, not super strong, but they're better. And I think that there's a sense that the winds of political change will be for the better in terms of renewing the confidence in the South African mining sector. Yeah, so I think in this environment, I think that mining companies, first of all, to survive in this volatility and then thrive in an environment where also this social acceptance is actually more challenging. It means that I think mining companies have to do a couple different things. And first and foremost, everyone has to do a better job on protecting and preserving their license to operate, which means that you have to have zero tolerance toward unsafe activities at the mines. Every mine, it doesn't matter whether it's in Africa or it's in Asia or Australia, the US, there's no excuses. Every mine needs to be fatality free. And that's the first thing, the first step in that process of social license to operate. It needs to be stronger work done on the environment. It needs to be more engagement in terms of all of the social networks and all of the interested civil society, and probably more meetings with government. And I said in the conference, I said, the most effective meetings with mining ministers anywhere in the world are when you don't need a meeting. So you have to have that regular engagement, the regular conversation, and I think that actually will bode well for a company positioning itself strongly in its license to operate. I think the second thing into how to develop new projects, I think that we have to change the mindset a bit, and instead of trying every mine has to be the next biggest mine ever been built, we try to find a way to start smaller. And we try to find a way to phase in projects over a period of time, reduce the timelines, reduce the capital budget, and that's going to be a better way for the mining companies to basically weather the volatility or weather the sort of the storms that the markets may bring as a project's being constructed. So I think in the conference this year, I think we're seeing more engagement by mining companies. A couple of years ago, it seemed like the only ones here were government ministers and service providers, and you didn't see enough mining companies. So I think what we're seeing here, that the miners are beginning to return, and I think that's actually good for improving the dynamics in there, because if the service providers don't have anyone to talk to, they're going to stop sort of coming themselves. So I think get more miners here, make sure the agenda is fit for it. I think having the investor one-on-ones, having the junior portions, I think having the sort of the investor shootouts, whatever they call them, these are all really good for attracting the miners back into the picture. So I guess the other trend I'm seeing is innovation. And I think everyone here is talking about the digital future. and that presents problems, but also huge opportunities. The opportunities are basically creating a more exciting picture for what the mining industry looks like. It's more efficient, it's a cleaner, it's got a better footprint. I think the challenges are, it also may be less labor intensive. So that it's a huge amount of skill, real rebuilding required. But many of the new mines, they don't have manual labor. The average worker needs to have a college education. They need to be able to work computers. They're going to be sort of almost like working in a finance company, and I think that's what we need to make sure that the stakeholders recognize that, and you want to make sure that the best students in any mining country, particularly here in South Africa, say, I want to work for the mining industry.